You must watch this fantastic new footage from Monica Long's recent interview. You must listen to what Monica Long, the president of Ripple, has to say about some more material I've pulled in. Well, let's play this clip now. This year, it seems like the floodgates are about to open, don't they? In the last week or 2 weeks, SOB 121 has been called back or rolled back, and in what seems like minutes, CEOs from companies like Bank of America have stated that they are all in. Remember, Bank of America was one of our first partners when we were developing the messaging software-only payment solution. I adore it when people claim to be familiar with Ripple. I've heard claims that Bank of America and Ripple are not partners. Everything is this and that. Hey, you know, we have been working with Bank of America this entire time, the president of Ripple has now publicly stated. We do hold XRP-related patents with Bank of America. It's real. The adoption of Ripple is being considered by Bank of America. I'm willing to wager that Bank of America looks at ways to tokenize value and bring that on-chain, Ripple custody, in addition to using it for their cross-border solution, and permitting Bank of America to provide its clients with custody options via Ripple custody. We've dealt with these banks for a long time, but there's a lack of transparency and, in my opinion, more recent animosity toward them, saying things like, you know, using these assets and this technology is not okay. As we would say, it is not the ideal method to address things because it is dangerous. Looking ahead, though, I would say that definitely, since it appears like this year will bring about a significant change. Additionally, I might include the discussions we've had with banks regarding becoming reserve banks or transaction banking partners for the stable currency or for our payments company, even after November and the outcome of the US election. As if the message and tone had abruptly shifted, as if it were fast. Knowing that Ripple was preparing for these discussions with their banks and partners is encouraging. Many of them were waiting for regulatory clarification. Regulators gave them the clarification they required. They are still awaiting clarification from Congress regarding regulations. I believe that banks will actually wait for it before they begin to give cryptocurrency custody. They wait for regulation, I'll wager. I'm just feeling that way. I'm not positive, but it would make sense because, if you're a bank or other financial institution, the last thing you want to do is spend millions of dollars building infrastructure for your bank, only to have regulations come along and make what you've invested millions of dollars on possibly ineffective or not working. It is possible that the regulation has a number of distinct elements that your bank did not anticipate being covered, due to some of the language they included in the rule that would prevent the bank from, granting its clients access to cryptocurrency. For this reason, I believe banks will wait. Monica Long discusses the acquisition of the Hidden Road here. Well, I've already seen this footage, but it's still really good. It relates to a broader plan that Ripple is now pursuing. I'll play. Significant. Yes, you also spent time on the Hidden Road. The video isn't very good. I'm very sorry, but let's just move on. I believe you spent $1.25 billion on the transaction earlier. Indeed. Does that suggest that Ripple will now be more curious in the future? Indeed. Excellent. Therefore, more M&A is likely to occur. Indeed, there will undoubtedly be more amazing things. This is a huge deal, really. In my opinion, $1.25 billion makes it one of the biggest in the history of cryptocurrency. As a cryptocurrency company, we are unique in that we own a prime broker that is not a bank. Yes. Indeed, the Hidden Road is a company that serves hundreds of the highest volume trading financial institutions. With our business, we can provide more blockchain tech infrastructure, and for them, they generate $300 to $3 trillion in revenue annually, which is a very healthy 100 million plus. They can now obtain more risk capital using our balance sheet, which will allow them to expand their business exponentially. Whoa! Because Ripple is so liquid and has other assets, the primary broker Hidden Road can really take on more, process more, and acquire more clients, which is fairly amazing. I must admit that I may not have understood that aspect before. Hidden Road is already beginning to spread throughout the United Arab Emirates and other parts of the world. Consider where Ripple will be on this date in 6, 12, and 18 months. To truly take this to the next level, there may be even more acquisitions and new businesses entering the current market, but eventually I'll need to question you about an IPO. Brad has previously told me that we can begin considering an IPO after the SEC difficulties are resolved. Is there any chance that an IPO will be reported soon? We have a lot of liquidity right now. Therefore, the balance sheet does show billions of dollars in cash. We were in a pretty good place. As you stated, we are in an acquisitive situation. As a result, our primary goal is to continue expanding the firm. Yes, they have no intention of going public, particularly in a market that is uncertain about its future direction. I believe that Ripple is not interested in the several noteworthy developments that are now taking place in the US and worldwide economies. Additionally, as a private firm, they are able to accomplish more than a public one, and I believe they are aware of that, and I simply do not believe that you will see it in the near future. You also know a little bit about Monica Long's past. I believe that a lot of that is currently taking place in the cryptocurrency market. The entities that have been transporting Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other assets along the route are actually institutions. When XRP ETFs and products involving spot markets become available, it will be very fascinating because, if you can start investing in them, more XRP will be able to be purchased off the open market and held in reserve, which will boost the ETF, so that there won't be any XRP floating around in the supply chain. It will be kept in cold wallets that are hidden away. Therefore, we want organizations like Charles Schwab, BlackRock, and others to get involved with XRP because doing so will significantly lower the amount in circulation. Come on, let's play this. In our sector, we believe that 2024 will be remembered as the year with the largest institutional adoption of blockchain and digital assets to date, and we believe that three patterns have been responsible for this: impetus for global legal clarification, Wall Street's confirmation of cryptocurrencies as legitimate asset classes, and the tokenization of physical assets. Furthermore, we believe that this is only the beginning. Our years of experience dealing with financial institutions have taught us that they demand a one-stop shop that offers compliant and safe digital asset infrastructure. And we do just that. I've always wanted to. What do you know? 11 minutes. We're doing fine. I will not play this, I don't. Let's leave it with Monica, then. Guys, long things. Many truly amazing things are taking place. When the president of Ripple declares, Bank of America says we're all in with Ripple at XRP, it's just hilarious. People shouldn't be sleeping on XRP, in my opinion. In my opinion, XRP has a promising future that will only grow brighter with time. Make sure to follow this channel if you want to see the newest and best XRP stuff.